Hey, motherfuckers! Welcome back to another episode of Who'd Win in a Fight. This time it's going to be the Borg versus the Empire. And I am joined here today by Mark Dixon and Jason Meyer.
What's
Hey,
up,
guys.
guys? Hey.
Hey,
So we're having a lot of fun doing this show. Last couple episodes have been kind of wild and kind of crazy. This episode promises to be exactly the fucking same because we're going to be pitting Star Trek versus Star Wars in a battle to the death. So my name is Matt Jarbo, and for all of you guys listening, thank you very much. Hope you enjoy, and please comment on the show when it's over after you've listened to what you think would happen on the website kzomradio.com. And we're just going to kick it off here. So all right, boys, Borg or Empire in a fight to the death, who would win?
okay, the first thing I have to say is resistance is futile. Okay. The Borg would take over the Empire like they take over any other shit. They would storm into the Death Star and just take it over just like they would take over any ship in the Star Trek universe.
Well, I have to rebut that and say you are high on crack cocaine. Because, dude, the Borg, yeah, okay, they assimilate and the blah, blah, blah. But, dude, they don't have Jedi. They don't have Sith. Okay. Darth Vader would see that
Dude,
shit
neither
coming
does
from
the
a mile
Empire,
away.
really, except for Darth Vader.
Darth
And
Vader would see that shit coming a mile away and he'd be like, I sense a disturbance coming over the hill. There's some faggotry over there. And they'd align all their fucking lasers. And as soon as the fucking Borg cube came out of warp and they're like, prepare to be assimilated, Death Star would destroy that just like they did fucking Alderaan.
Wait, wait,
dude,
wait, wait,
okay.
wait, wait,
All,
wait. Can the Empire detect spacecraft in a warp?
Dude,
no.
Or
dude, that's not what I said. I said Darth Vader. He sensed it in the Force. Fucking difference. The Force is everywhere. It's everything. It's
See,
within us.
but is it
okay,
just
this is the way the battle would go. The Borg would be running around assimilating all the clones, all the stormtroopers, and Darth Vader would be walking through them. And when the Borg came up to him, yeah, he'd like force throw them or something, so they wouldn't be able to get to him. But all of his stormtroopers and all of the little guys in the little gray military uniforms would all be falling like dominoes.
so the officers would probably fall? Yeah, okay. But here's the thing: though, the Borg take time to assimilate because they're basically robotic fucking zombies, right?
Yeah.
They're a virus. They're a plague. That's the point. So the Borg cube coming out of like warp fucking 7 or whatever they want to call it, would probably land there, and it would be like it'd have to make an attack. So if they're attacking, let's say the Death Star, okay, because that's probably the best way to describe it. The Death Star is the size of a small fucking moon. I guarantee you, it's patrolled by Imperial cruisers. Not to mention the fucking like huge amounts of Tie fighters and Tie bombers that they have rolling around.
Yes, but you're forgetting something. The Borg can transport onto the Death Star. Star Wars doesn't have anything like that. So in fact, there was a Star Trek episode where they blew up the Borg ship and they thought they were done with them, but the Borg had teleported over to the Enterprise and started taking over.
Okay, interesting debate. The Borg would tele, could they do that? I could say they would. I would say that they could probably do that, no problem. They'd be able to teleport. But I mean, where would
Because
they?
once you get a Borg or a couple of Borg on the Death Star, it's all over.
Yeah, but can they teleport through a fucking shield though? Because the Death Star has shields, man.
Dude, so did the Enterprise.
Nah, because they can't teleport onto the Enterprise with the shields up. They've made references to that in the past. Like they can't send a boarding party because the shields are up, right? Like it blocks it. I don't understand. I could see a teleportation device going through, a few dozen holes on the ship, and then landing on a pad. But they really like have to go when they do ship to ship. They have to go back on the pad.
Okay. First of all, if it first encounter the the Borg ship, it doesn't communicate. It doesn't really do anything at first. It just kind of sits there. Okay, when the Empire in episode 4, when it saw the Millennium Falcon and thought it was just empty, it pulled it in with a tractor beam. It would probably do the same thing with the Borg cube. Pull it in to a loading bay or something, and then from there all hell would break loose.
That's a good argument. Mark, do you have a rebuttal?
Dude, if speaking of first contact, okay, I'm reading the summary here because I didn't see that movie. But anyway, So it looks like they were thwarted from assimilating Earth, and if they couldn't take one planet, how are they supposed to take the entire galactic
Oh,
empire,
come
which
on. In the
spans
Star Trek movies, they're
universes?
always going to lose.
Hold on, wait, question. Is the Emperor on board with Vader? Are they both there on the Death Star?
Well, okay. If we...
No,
Okay,
answer
no
the question.
Emperor...
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no
No.
question.
No.
But it's
No
Vader there.
Emperor and no Borg Queen. Just the minions.
Okay, so no one with any fucking force abilities, right? What you're
Yes.
saying is no one there can do force choke, force pull, or force lightning, which would deactivate fucking robots.
Yep. See, you have to have stipulations to get your puny ass Borg to conquer the Empire. Okay, whatever. But
Okay,
eventually,
okay.
keep in mind.
Say they were there. No, say the Emperor and Vader were there. I hold to that those two would not be assimilated, but all of the stormtroopers, all of the officers, everyone else would be assimilated. Dude, they jump in their little. The Emperor jump in his little shuttle, and Vader jump in his TIE fighter, and they'd be the fuck out of there.
I don't think it would even come to that though, dude. I just think that as soon as they came out of warp, like I said, Death Star would be like, fire there, bam, gone. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
that
for
actually,
lunch?
as I said, that happened once in Star Trek, and they had already beamed onto the ship.
Right, but that was through that was
Wait,
before
My
wait,
wife
hold on.
was here; she could actually reference the episode for you, and tell you the
But wait.
episode number and the title.
Okay, okay. So if the Borg cube came up to the Death Star and the Death Star was like, ready the lasers, okay, if I remember correctly, didn't it have to like lower its shields to fire the fucking cannon?
No.
Is
Not
that?
that I know of.
I don't
I don't think that was
remember.
ever a
It could
reference.
be right. It may not be. I don't remember.
Because I remember there being something where they had like lower its shields, or am I thinking of Independence Day?
Well,
Dude,
no, no, not
no,
Independence
Independence Day,
I
dude.
know that
If we go by Independence Day rules, all I need is a Mac computer and the Borg are done. Okay,
I know.
me and Will Smith will fly up there. He'll say, "Welcome to Earth." I'll send over a Mac virus, and it'll be done.
Okay, well, luckily we're
Independence
not
Day
doing
is just
Independence Day.
ridiculous. Yeah, I know. An early '90s Mac computer wasn't compatible with anything else on Earth, but it was compatible with an alien spaceship. What the
Well,
fuck?
I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense logically. If it's not compatible with anything on Earth, there's got to be something out there.
It just means that Apple paid a lot of money to get that product in the film.
Yeah,
So,
no shit.
but okay. So I mean, if they don't have to lower their shields, but if they fired it and it's a possibility. Now, do the Borg, do they have any like small fighter ships, like scouting ships that they send out, or do they just rely on people pulling them in and investigating and then assimilating that way?
I don't know. I know there are different sizes of Borg ships. I know that they're like there's a sphere. There's not just the cubes. There's a sphere that's smaller. As far as little fighters, I don't think anybody really. Yeah, nobody in the Star Trek universe has fighters because the none of the other ships do. It's not like in Star Wars where you have a giant ship and then it has all these like, or in Independence Day where you have a giant ship and all the little fighters. Star Trek doesn't work like that.
Because it's gay.
All right, so now so you're saying that if the Borg got on the Death Star, it would be over.
It would be over.
It'd be over.
Yes.
Like, Mark, do you agree or disagree with that?
I disagree.
Now, the Borg have the ability to, assimilate and like with not just people but also technologies, right?
Yes, and okay, like when they first meet the Empire, their lasers, lasers from a new universe and everything, the first couple of Borg will go down. They'll get shot by those lasers and they'll be dead. But then the Borg adapts and those lasers no longer work.
Oh, because they change their shield to the frequency of the laser.
Yes,
Of the plasma
exactly.
blast.
Yes.
Okay.
That's something. So they're smart zombies.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what you gonna do about the Sun Crusher?
The what?
The Sun Crusher. It's from the expanded universe.
Oh.
Wow, really?
It's a small ship about the size of a starfighter with weapons even more powerful than the Death Star. It can literally, like the Death Star could destroy a planet, this ship can destroy a star. What you got? That's right, nothing. Game over.
Well, I mean, I'm
What-
sure
what-
we
what-
were
what you
looking at
got? What you
something
got?
from the expanded Star Trek universe, but I'm not as familiar with all of that.
Now, could the Empire use like thermal detonators against the Borg? Now, would they do that on the Death Star? Would they risk blowing, breaching the hull?
They would have to if they had any chance of purging the Borg. But you can never be sure. Like the Borg will hide and wait, and then just start. Like they'll hide in the ducts and the ducting and everything, and just start assimilating people. They'll just start disappearing, and you don't even know
Yeah,
at
but see,
first.
we've got something in the Star Wars universe that, yeah, Star Trek has it, and it's gay. They've got another gay version of it, and I'm talking about droids. Droids that go through the ducts, like see the shit going on, report back, all that's going on. There's constantly shit going on all over the ship. So
What
it's
the
not
little
like they're going
mouth
to be able
droid?
to hide, because if they do try to hide and they deactivate all the droids in that sector, there's going to be a big black spot. They're like, "Huh, something's going on there. We should send a whole bunch of dudes down there to check this shit out."
And they'd all get assimilated.
Not even. Not
See,
even.
I just feel like with the Borg, like you could put Borg against anybody from any universe, and they'd always get assimilated. That's what the Borg is all about.
Yeah, they'd still get fucked up by xenomorphs, though.
Okay, that's adding an entirely different universe to this. That's like a battle royale of everything sci-fi related.
And
Next
then
thing we
the
saying
predators
that
come in.
next thing we saying that Serenity shows up, and Mal just like runs out and like Mal fights the Borg and shit.
Yeah, I think
Isn't that
the
the entire
only
purpose of this show?
I
That
think
is
the
actually
only true matchup would be the Borg versus the Cybermen from Doctor Who, because they both kind of assimilate people.
What about Cylons?
Snap. I don't even know. I don't watch BSG or.
I don't know. I don't watch it either.
I work with Richard Hatch occasionally, but that's about it. So that's my BSG knowledge.
Just saying.
Okay, so that might be something for the future. We'll do Borg versus Cylons, or fucking what are the people called from Doctor Who?
Cybermen.
Cybermen from Doctor Who with the TARDIS. Who fucking knows? All right.
I'm
Okay.
a relative dimension in space.
All right. So let's. I think we're at an impasse for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
think we've come to an impasse. So, what are your final decisions? Who are you calling it?
Borg.
Empire.
Okay.
Dude.
I'm gonna have to go. Honestly, I just don't think that the Borg technology would work with the Empire, man. I'm sorry. I just really think it'd be like an Apple to PC situation, right? I could just only imagine the Borg coming in and trying to board the Death Star, and there's Justin Long at the head of that, going like, "I'm a Mac," and then Darth Vader's like, "Fuck you, bitch! I got a virus for you right here," you know. Or the
Wait,
Mac would
so
be able to.
so the Empire is Microsoft?
Yes, the Empire is Microsoft.
Damn right.
Okay, by that point in time, they got the Xbox 1080. So there we go.
Yeah.
But that's what
Hey,
that's
did you know
what I
that
think.
there's an Xbox 720 ad in Real Steel?
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever.
Go back and watch.
I don't think they're even going to call it the 720. But that's beside the
But
point.
that's totally beside the point of this argument. So if you're a gamer and you like the show, comment. Do you think it would be called the 720? There we go. That's a question to the gamers. For everyone else, what are your opinions on the rest of this shit? Do you think the Borg would win? Do you think the Empire would win? What are your reasons? We want to hear them. Head over to kzomradio.com and you can comment on our discuss board, or take it to Twitter or to Facebook, and we'll be sure to answer back. If I can get these two bitches on Twitter, then we'll get everyone on. Anyway, Twitter's not the devil. Shut up. So anyway, all right, guys, we'll see you next week on the show for another great episode of Who'd Win in a Fight. My name is Matt Jarbo, and have a good one.